Okay guys, so this is going to be my last video before 1.0. I just wanted to give you like an update to a couple of builds and an overview in general for rogues with 1.0, which builds are going to be good, which are good league starters, what you can expect. So yeah, let's just start first of all with a couple of my builds that I released. So in general, I have I think 6 builds right now on on LE Tools. For 1.0, I only updated 4 of them because this one was very old, the Dragon Song one and the Jelkers build guide. I didn't want to update those now because first of all there are no league starters because you need 2 of the Jelkers and you need the Dragon Song to for them to work. I will definitely test Jelkers a bit more because I think it has really high potential now in 1.0, but like I said, there needs to be testing done first. And Dragon Song for me really got, I don't know, like nerfed with 0.9 too much with the crit vulnerability, so you need a very good gear until it works fine. And right now I just see like other builds being better than this one, so I didn't put more time into it. For my other builds, so I updated my Shadow Hail of Arrows build guide, by the way. This is going to be my personal league starter. At the end of the video I will also tell you a little bit about the future, about my content, so stick around if you want to hear a little bit more about this. But yeah, like I said, I will league start this. It's my favorite build. I know exactly what to do with this build. It's an amazing league starter. I just changed a couple of those new item bases, so the cooldown bases are new for me that I want to do because in arena or just in general in endgame, if it's getting a little bit more dangerous, it's really important to have decoy and smoke bomb more up basically. And also what I try to focus is to get a little bit more speed with the build. That's why I added the movement speed belt here and the one with haste. This one is the one for dodge rating and increased damage over time, so good addition here in general for the whole build. As you can see, Arrow Guard is still in. I mean, we lost 20% glancing blow, which is a lot. You can still go for the Ivory Quiver. This is my starting gear plan. Very easy to level this build if you know what to do, of course. I mean, it's very relying on your playstyle, on your tactics, on your mana regen, but like for me, like I said, it's one of the best starters. Other than that, nothing really changed. Like the whole skill mechanics or build mechanics are still the same. And also, really important for all the builds that I will show you or updated, I didn't change the passives and I didn't really went into Falconer yet. Falconer doesn't have like that impactful passives for all the builds that I published. I will definitely test it out. And if I have some updates, I will just do some minor tweaks here. But so far, everything is completely fine. Only, like I said, some minor tweaks for all the builds here. So yeah, Shadow Hail of Arrows, my personal favorite. I will start it. I think, like I said, gear planner should be very good. Minor tweaks will probably come if I test it a little bit more. The next one, this is probably like the fan favorite, my Lightning Chakram Bladedancer build. I also updated this one. I know my guide is like, I think, I don't know, April, I put it out last year. It's a long time ago, even, like I said, the video for it is far back, but the whole build is completely the same. So pretty much nothing changed for the build. There were no nerfs. Chakrams or general shurikens are still very, very strong. Like only the proc part of Umbral Blades with the Shadow Daggers got nerfed a bit, but the whole damage came from Chakrams. Also here are some minor tweaks. We have a cool new helmet with fire resistance and a more crit multi. Here we get flat crit chance. I expected that I will also come to it later with the Shadow Cascade build. I expected that the Shadow Cascade got pretty much nerfed to 5%. Again, because I think it's a bug, but it will still stay at 10%, so that's why for both builds I took the new one here. Also for Chakram, it's very important to get more crit chance or more base crit chance to reach the 100% easier. Here I just went for a little bit more resistances to make gearing easier, and for pretty much like all of my rogue builds, I just love speed. As you can see, I love my silver rings, I love speed. That's why I just brought in a couple more haste and speed nodes here for this one. Other than that, as I said, completely the same build. I didn't like changed anything here. I can maybe look over it. I just switched, I think, a little bit the skill tree progression, but other than that, it's completely the same. Starter gear here also, you don't need any of the uniques. Once you spec into Chakram, once you have Swing Strike with the Dark Allies node to get more shadows out, you already have the damage. So at around, I don't know, 25, level 30, something like this, you just blast through Story and Monolith. It's gonna be an absolute amazing league start as well. Maybe even with the nerf with Shadow Daggers, one of the best Bladedancer builds right now in the game. Then this one is my personal favorite build guide that I wrote and that I also brought out. The Shadow Cascade Bladedancer. Also small adjustments. As I said, I called the nerf for Shadow Daggers. So this one is also going to be a little bit better because of the Shadow Daggers nerf, but in general it was already like a very, very solid build. The changes that I did, the katana got a little bit nerfed here. I just switched again the bases, so here a little bit more crit multi. Then here, as I said, the base crit chance, which is easier now to reach 100% for Shadow Cascade. I just took this one for more armor. The speed, I didn't really want to go speed here because we have a very like melee range playstyle, so I wanted to have a little bit more defenses with the armor here instead of the movement speed, since we do the shift after Swing Strike combo and then the self cast. So it's a little bit more dangerous to play, and that's why I added just a little bit more flat armor. But here I added the speed because we get a lot of haste, and then it's just like faster to go from one like mob pack to the other one. Cooldown here, before I had the cooldown here, so I switched to this one here to feel a little bit smoother also with the other cooldown related skills. Other than that, as I said, no big changes here. The leveling part is here. I still have the leveling build planner. This is pretty much my Shadow Daggers like leveling guide that I have here with the Krisin with the katana. Both bases got nerfed a bit, but still, in my opinion, it's going to be like a very solid or very strong leveling build until pretty much you have the whole mana setup that I also, I think, got here. Exactly, it's down here, and I also wrote it in my build guide what you basically need to fully play this build. It's somewhere on mana sustain. I have it here exactly. So yeah, once you pretty much have this setup, you can switch to Shadow Cascade before you level with Armor Blades Shadow Daggers, and then you can really enjoy this build. The last one, to be honest, I only updated this one because I also wanted to have like two Marksman builds. Marksman in general is not really like in a good spot for 1.0. This one, for me personally, was just a very, very fun build. But this one also got nerfed quite a lot, and it doesn't really rely on the Umbral Blades Shadow Dagger setup, which is actually the stronger one. Here we proc it with Puncture. Still, I think it's still going to be a good Marksman build that doesn't really rely that much on gear, because again, you have the Shadow Daggers, you always crit. And the shotgun potential here also got me quite a bit of like single target damage. So I can definitely still recommend it because it was really fun to play, a unique playstyle of Marksman. I will go over a couple of more skills or more builds for Marksman later. But as I said, those are pretty much the four build guides that I updated for 1.0 with the gear. And then also, because I brought out the Shadow Daggers Bladedancer build, I know there are some concerns that the build might be dead. There was a big nerf, but still, trust me, I think it's going to be very, very good in endgame and also while leveling. Maybe the Falconer version is now better mechanically, but still the Bladedancer version is still very, very strong. I updated also the endgame build planner and the starting gear build planner for the Shadow Daggers build. So in general, we get a little bit more crit multi, which brings the damage back. We get endurance and increased mana regen here to make the yeah, just the whole mana setup a little bit easier. Therefore, I switched from mana regen on the siphon to increase physical to get a little bit more damage back. And the belt and the boots are for more speed to make pretty much like farming your gear a lot easier. So I don't really think that it's, I mean, of course, like I said, it was a nerf, but we got some good things back to make it a little bit more comfortable again. And for the skills also, as I said, this was nerfed while leveling, but I think buffed in endgame because now we get more flat damage. Other than that, the whole setup, tree, everything is completely the same. So you can just copy it, play it again, and have fun. This was pretty much everything related to my builds. As I said, Jelker I will definitely try with 1.0. Dragon Song probably not. There is a build guide on Maxroll. I think McFluffin is doing the Dragon Song right now. As you can see, Marksman is not really in a good spot. Multi-shot will get completely nerfed, or let's say get back to 0.8.5, which is pretty much the build guide here from Lizard. The one with the crazy ward with the crazy attack speed is gone. So once the advent boots are nerfed, the build is pretty much like dead compared to the 0.9 version, but back to normal to 0.8.5. I will definitely show you guys that this is not a B tier, that this is way higher than what Maxwell showed here. That's why it's going to be my starter, and I want to push it to the limit. The Blast Rain build looks very strong. I tested it on CT. It was absolutely busted when I tested it, and then I got nerfed from week to week to week. The last couple of weeks I didn't play it anymore, so I don't know where it is right now. It's like Volker tried it out, and if Volker says it's very strong, I mean, you can expect that it's also going to be a very strong build. So I guess for Marksman, Blast Rain, and Hail of Arrows is going to be the strongest builds for 1.0. What else can I recommend? Bleed, Hail of Arrows from Dread was a very popular and good build for Marksman. Also, I remember Perry did like a very cool Drelker multi-shot build. That's pretty much like a shotgun version of multi-shot instead of like using the channel flurry, so it's a self-cast that shotguns. Also very good. It's just not as powerful as Blast Rain or Shadow Hail of Arrows. Other than that, for Bladedancer, definitely the Chakram is going to be very, very strong. Shadow Cascade is going to be strong. Shadow Daggers are still going to be strong. Falconer, pretty much everything is going to be busted. So like the Shadow Daggers version, the Falcon buff with explosive traps. What else? Well, the whole ballista setup. So there will be a lot of very viable and strong builds for Falconer if you want to try it out. And yeah, this is pretty much like everything that I could recommend for myself, from other people. I mean, there are a couple of builds definitely out there. Falconer is going to be on the top, very meta mastery right now. Then I would say Bladedancer is the second best for Rogue, and then Marksman, sadly. But we will see in the future. Maybe we see some buffs and some new items again. And those are pretty much like the builds that I can recommend, that I played for the last years. I mean, I tested a lot. Ailments in general are not like in a very good spot. Like, I think Bleed is in a better spot for Bladedancer also. There are a couple of Bleed Bladedancer builds that are quite strong, but requires a lot of gear. But other than that, I think the builds that I just showed you here and talked about are pretty much viable and very fun to play at the end of the day. About the league start, so just a little outro here. I'm playing this game for 4 years now. I'm on the CT. I've been through ups and downs with this whole game, but I'm actually, to be honest, very looking forward to play 1.0, and that's why I just want to be like a gamer again, and I just want to enjoy like the whole start of the season and the whole game. I know you guys expect from me that I will bring out more content, which I will do, of course, but I will already tell you that I will not bring out like build guides in the next, or maybe in the next 2 weeks. I just want to enjoy it. I just want to go back to gaming. Maybe I will stream a little bit, but I just want to have fun, play what I want to play. I don't want to stress myself and just like play something because you guys want me to showcase it. I really want to enjoy this one moment because there's only one 1.0 for a game, and that's why I will definitely like start my Shadow Hail of Arrows. I have some ideas, of course, for Falconer. I want to try something like a Lightning Chakram version for Falconer. I want to definitely do something with the Falcon itself, with the new gloves, like the Falcon Punch stuff. So a lot of cool ideas that I want to try out for Falconer. But as I said, 1.0 in the beginning is just going to be fun for myself, and I don't want to stress myself. So I hope you guys respect the decision, and like I said, I will always bring out something new, but I prefer quality over quantity, and that's why I need some time to bring guides out. Like everything that I showed you here, like I said, I played this game for 4 years. I was one of the first guys that was able to play Rogue. I have a lot of knowledge over this class, but it took me a lot of years to get to this point, and that's why I don't want to just like stress out, bring you, I don't know, on Thursday, Friday, one Falconer guide. I'm also not able to do it because I'm not allowed to showcase footage from the community tester program. So yeah, I keep it slow. I don't want to stress myself. I will enjoy it. I hope you guys will enjoy it too. If you have any more questions, as always, leave it down in the comment below. Enjoy the league start tomorrow, and maybe I will stream, so you can check by and say hello. Take care, guys, and see you guys soon.